The market has been recovering from the massive bump that hit the entire crypto market in mid-May. Hold on there. Is the market recovering or preparing for another enormous bump larger than the recent one? Are we currently moving alongside another bubble yet to burst? Stay tuned to learn more about how Bitcoin has created a huge bubble which, if burst, can take down the entire cryptocurrency market. Welcome back to Facts. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Bitcoin's awaited inflation. Bitcoin is the mother of all cryptocurrencies. It acts as the supreme constitution on whose support all the other 1,000 cryptos are getting established. Several analysts believe that we are in a huge Bitcoin bubble, and with Michael Burry's support on unprecedented inflation, is your invested money at risk? Before moving into the further parts of the video, if you are new to the channel, you should know that we are giving away one whole Ethereum to a random subscriber. If you want to win, make sure to like and subscribe, and also comment on your favorite cryptocurrency in the comments. On a disclaimer note, there are a few things that you all need to be mindful of. To begin with, the crypto market is highly volatile and is frequently changing. Therefore, by the time you watch this video, the coin prices listed hereon would have switched to a whole different range. In addition to this, the information shared in this video does not in any manner intend to be taken as a piece of financial or investment advice. The content in this video is curated solely to suffice the purpose of being informational and educational. You are requested to pursue your own diligent research or consult an expert in this regard to make better investment decisions. With that being said, let's get on with it. In recent years, the market has experienced and acknowledged an extremely high investment inflow. Investors and common people may think that the crypto market is going exponential. However, that has brought reasonable concerns to a majority of crypto traders and analysts who believe we are in a huge bubble, which, if burst, can bring a lot of millionaires to the verge of going bankrupt. Why do crypto professionals believe so, and what is Michael Burry saying about Bitcoin that has been pointing towards great inflation? Not only the crypto market, but the mainstream financial market has seen a massive rise in the number of investments. As per the charts, since the last dot-com bubble, investors and market analysts predict the market to experience another huge bubble created as a result of massive investment inflows. Till now, there haven't been any significant crashes ever since. However, according to experts, the market can collapse at any time given the non-stop value inflows. Very recently, the crypto market went through a massive breakdown. The most were contributed by the mainstream market due to the growing inflation fear. Even though the entire concept of cryptocurrencies is based on having a decentralized platform, leaving no scope for inflation, investors were well influenced and started selling off their position. While all altcoins went through the bearish market, most of them experienced heavy price losses. However, do you think it's the end of such a bump? Do we have another wave waiting to hit us hard? Michael Burry, a famous name in the financial market, is known as the legendary investor who rose to fame after betting against the US housing market in the mid-2000s on the prediction of the same going to crash. To Burry's advantage, he did win the bet because a huge crash was experienced exactly like how Burry predicted. Since then, the investor has been issuing several bearish forecasts circling around as a warning that the global financial system is going to collapse. According to Michael Burry, the entire global market is about to experience the mother of all crashes caused due to the bursting of the huge bubble we are currently residing in. This looks like one of Burry's most extensive bets, larger than the previous one. He is certain the crash will extend its arms via the growing inflation, which has outperformed the previous month's rates. The inflation rates for the month of June appears to have crossed all previous margins and rose 5.4% lining side by side on the values dated back to August 2008. Michael Burry has deleted this Twitter account after posting several warnings on a colossal bubble in the asset prices, overall predicting the worst crash in history. Greatest speculative bubble of all time in all things. All hype and speculation is drawing in retail before the mother of all crashes. Michael believes that the US is currently facing the state of what we call as the Triffin's dilemma. A model was the US dollar serves as the global reserve currency, therefore has to maintain its printing to maintain the global economic balance. However, on the other hand, having to print a US dollar is moving the state into devaluation of the same. meaning US either has to stop or minimize printing its dollars to raise a dollar's value, which would lead the entire global market into a Great Depression, or has to keep printing and devalue its dollar. Michael says, Triffin's dilemma. Consider this as China's GDP passes the US this decade, and US debt forces the debasement of the dollar faster than others. Much like the #Flying Dutchman, the global fiat system must have a caption, no matter how #heartless the transition. According to Burry, the US has no choice but to print money to maintain the global economic balance, and meanwhile, the unprecedented inflation would take over the market, destabilizing the system. Bitcoin, the mother of all cryptocurrencies, was seen has been going through a bearish phase very recently. The largest cryptocurrency of all time fell from the high of $60,000 per coin to the lowest at $30,000, and even lower at $28,815 according to CoinDesk. Now, the crypto market has been seen to recover with the recovery of Bitcoin. Burry, the founder of a private investment firm, Scion Asset Management, has been warning the crypto market alongside the mainstream financial market. When crypto falls from trillions or meme stocks fall from tens of billions, Main Street losses will approach the size of the countries. History ain't changed. Several investors and analysts have been counting on authorities to take Bitcoin as the next global reserve. Will Bitcoin not be helpful in pulling out the global economy from the Triffin's dilemma? Michael Burry was very much clear in saying that Bitcoin cannot solve the Triffin's dilemma, as a global fiat economy is relative and requires liquidity on the scale of the largest economies in the world. This is why Switzerland cannot be a reserve currency. The heart of the fiat system goes to the next GDP champion, #Flying Dutchman. Burry is indicating that China is the second largest economy after the US, will take over with the Chinese yuan as the next reserve currency, as Bitcoin is yet to have the liquidity of being taken as the reserve currency. He further added, Bitcoin is a speculative bubble that poses more risk than opportunity, despite most of the proponents being correct in their arguments for why it is relevant at this point in history. If you do not know how much leverage is involved in the run-up, you may not know enough to own it. Burry believes that any crash in the mainstream bond market will have a direct impact on the price trajectory of Bitcoin and indirectly on all other altcoins due to the high leverages created by the cryptocurrencies. Well, isn't that what happened recently? The last crypto market crash was mostly influenced after the mainstream market was high with inflation. So, will Burry's prediction feed us bitterly? Michael Burry, the Scion Asset Management boss, warned that Bitcoin was overpriced and that it is a dangerous borrowing binge that had fueled the crypto boom. Not only crypto, but the CEO also described the Federal Reserve as a misguided monster for focusing a lot much on the prevention of any market declines. For several years, the stock market has been one of the greatest wealth creators in the world, and the crypto market is currently on the same path. So, that is it for today's video, and it is now time to share the comment of the day, which is from Mr. Jeepa Rosendary, who says, Doge will get there when it's Doge's time. Make sure you are there too. Dogecoin, diamond hands to the universe. Don't we all agree to this? No matter where the current crypto market is going, we do believe that Dogecoin would be able to go to the moon. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informational and wish to stand a chance to win a whole Ethereum, then please consider hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, let us know in the comments below your views on the market. Maybe you will be the one to get featured on our next video. And lastly, don't forget to turn on the post notifications to always get notified whenever we post a new video. Until next time, goodbye.